Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an exciting video. We are going to be getting into the second of the Perfect World palettes from Oden'S and a multi-collab with Makeup Just for Fun, Lauren May Beauty and Battybean. I didn't pick up, as I said in the Flora Story palette, because I've already done that one, the Sea Talk palette from Lauren May Beauty, but I do watch Lauren May Beauty and I love her. She's so fun. I wasn't going to buy all of them. I'm surprised I bought two of them. And that was the only one that just didn't speak to me. I hadn't really got any intention of buying this. This is the one I was definitely going to buy though. I was 100% going to buy this one. This is the Planet Spirit palette from Oden'S and Battybean, as we've all known. And I can't stop talking about her. Battybean is my favourite YouTuber ever. She's my favourite kind of style. She's like my, I don't know, I just love her. I connect to her so much. Hers is inspired by like the animals and like rescue and just the animals in the world, the spirit of the world being nature. That's the whole point of this. So the Sea Talk is obviously the ocean, and then the Flora Story is more like your forest, nature, garden kind of style, where this is more the animals. This is the gorgeous packaging. There's Betty Jean right there, and this is our gorgeous, and when I tell you it's bright, our bright color story. This is for me your bright summer carnival palette. Like, this is it. This is all your brights you need for the summer. Beautiful pops of color. There's not as much depth in it as one I would expect from Betty Jean, and two I tend to go for. But can I just say, this palette shooketh me. I love this. You've got one, two, I'm going to pop up some swatches actually before I start rambling as I'm talking, so you can see it all up close and in action. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, exactly like the the Flora Story palette. And yeah, there's kind of something to match all the shimmers and all the mattes, which is really, really fun. The shade Animalia, the bright shimmery coral, is beautiful. It's a bit hard packed in the palette, so like you have to get in there or use your finger, which is probably easier. I didn't, but I used a brush, but still. So beautiful and so wet looking. The shade Majestic is like this gorgeous shimmery yellow with what I can see tiny flecks of pink in there as well. And the matte orange Habitat, the one that I used today as well, is so bright and the most beautiful orange ever as well. So gorgeous. I love the formula of Oden'S. I mean, that's a given now at this stage. I expect nothing less. But yeah, I just think it's a beautiful, bright colour story, beautiful, summery, fun kind of colour story. Her previous collabs that she had with Shroud are very Halloweeny, dark and grungy, which is beautiful and definitely my style as well. But this, yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this. So yeah, I'm excited about this palette. I'm excited to get into this. I've already kind of planned out my two looks on palette as well. I'm thinking about another two-toned look to go with the other two-tone look for the Flora Story, which will be coming up soon. I'll be filming it next week. But yeah, I am very excited about this palette. This is the look that I filmed first with this palette. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with these colours. I think you can probably guess which colours I used from the palette. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. I cannot get over it. I feel so summery and I just want to go have a barbecue, but it's March and I can't. Well, it's March as I'm filming this. It's not March for you guys. Before we get into the actual tutorial, my Instagram is linked down below, as well as my TikTok. On my Instagram, I usually post all the pictures of my looks, and on my TikTok, I post a little sprinkle of extra content in there. So go follow that down below, both of them. Go follow both of them down below. So yeah, let's get into our first impressions using the Planet Spirit palette. Okay, I'm so excited to get into this palette. We're going to be doing our first impressions using the Oden'S and Battybean, aka Betty Jean, Planet Spirit palette. This gorgeous beauty. Look at how bright these colours are. It's like a summer carnival. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. If the lighting keeps changing, by the way, it's daylight savings time has basically happened here in Ireland, and I'm kind of readjusting to having daylight every time I film now. But I do have my blinds closed, but if the sun comes back out of the clouds, it might get really bright in here because my blinds are not blackout blinds. Also, my skin is done, my brows are done, my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below. Also, I'm not naked. I have a like strapless play suit on, but here's a little secret for everyone. It's not a secret, but everyone that films YouTube videos always films in their PJs. So just to let you know. Okay, so I'm feeling to kind of match the vibes of this playsuit that I have on. I definitely want to go in with Animalia, which is this kind of bright shimmery coral with like gold orange glitter in it. And I'm thinking about doing a bit of a like kind of a gradient across the eye with Majestic on the inner part of the lid, this on the main part of the lid, and then like Habitat, Rescue and Sanctuary kind of as my matte. So yeah, we're going to do it all, yeah. So I'm going to start with Habitat, and this is going to be like our inner part of our crease shade here. And we're going to take this on a BB204 brush from Beauty Bay, which is like the smaller blending brush. And this is going to sit on the inner third of the crease. So I'm sectioning off the crease. Here is going to be our darkest colour, and then our bright pink, and then this is going to be our bright orange in here. I mean, you're not going to get the darkest of dark looks out of this, which is quite fun and quite different for Betty Jean. She is obviously quite grungy and dark and a Halloween gal, but she does love her bright colours. So this is a fun palette. Her other collabs that she had with Shroud are quite dark and grungy and Halloweeny, but this is quite bright and different for her. Oh my god, it's so bright. So I'm just popping that as my crease colour in here and just blending out the edge as we get out here. I'm not necessarily bringing it all the way up to the brow. I don't necessarily want it to be like that, but I do want you to definitely be able to see when my eyes open that the orange is in there. Okay, so now for the next part of the crease, right next to the orange, we're going to go in with Rescue, which is beautiful, beautiful, bright neon pink that touches into coral, but not quite. It's still bright pink. So we're going to take a little bit of that, and I'm taking that on a BB202 brush from Beauty Bay, which is like a bigger fluffy brush. And we're just going to plop that right next to that orange and start overlapping it. The reason I brought the orange out so far is so that way when I do go in, it'll overlap with the pink, so there's a nice blend between them. And we're just kind of bringing that, and we're going to stop it as we get to like this outer corner here. But same as the orange, we're just going to blend out the edge, making it nice and tense in the crease, and then just blend out your edge. And you can go back in with the orange, blend, and this, and blend, and just keep going back and forth between your colours until you're happy with how they blend into each other. This is exactly how I imagine summer. This is like the summer palette for me. Like, this is bright, colour, pops, like everything. I love it. And the Flora Story palette that I did before this video, the first impressions I did before this first impressions, is like your springtime kind of palette. I love it. So now we're going to take Sanctuary, which is like a dark pink, kind of pink and red, almost like as if this and a red had a baby, you get Sanctuary. And I'm taking a BB203 brush, which is another big fluffy brush. I think this is the biggest. I don't know actually, because let me compare. They look exactly the same. No, that one is bigger. The 203 is definitely bigger. So this is just going to go in this little outer corner here for a little bit of depth. As I said, you're not going to get like super, super dark looks out of this palette because it's not a dark palette. It's super, super bright. But this will just add a little bit of dimension on this outer corner here. I don't know why, but when I look at this palette, it's not, in no way does it, it does remind me of it. The VR Neon from Kaleidos, the really bright neon one that was discontinued a long time ago. None of it is the same. None of it is even remotely the same, but for some reason I'm getting that vibe. I'm getting the vibe I felt when I used the VR Neon, even though again the colours aren't the same, and I don't know why. I have this Bobbi Brown eye blender. It's like a giant fluffy brush. I got it because I don't have a brush of this. Like, I have brushes like this that are like highlighter brushes, but they're still a little bit bigger than this. This is like an eye blender, so I'm just going to go around the very edge. Like, I would not apply product with this brush. That would be way too big for my eye shape. Even though I do have quite large eyes and I do have a good amount of eye space, it's still quite a large brush. So I like to kind of take that around the edge and just soften what I already have. Okay, so for the lower lash line, just before I do the shimmers, we're going to basically repeat the process backwards. So I'm going to take Sanctuary, the darker pink, and we are going to take that on a Lavender Luxe number 10 brush from BH Cosmetics, and we are going to pop that along the outer third of the lower lash. We're basically just trying to match what we have going on up here. You just want to make sure you leave enough space for each colour. And if, say, you don't have as much space, or you blend this shade in too far, just do the orange then, skip the pink in the middle, because you'll see the orange more as a difference than you'll see the pink, and you'll get a similar kind of look then. Next, for the centre part, I'm going to take the shade Rescue again on a 214 from MAC, and that's going to sit right in the middle, overlapping with that darker pink. But again, leave enough space for the orange, especially for the orange to be noticeable as well. And then last, we're going to take Habitat again, our bright orange, which I think could be my favourite matte in the whole palette. I just love the tone of this orange. It's bright and summery, like an orange drink, but if you wanted to, it could be a bit of a pumpkin orange. And this is just a what is it called? 231 from MAC. Small little, I think it's a lip brush, but I use it for the eyes. And we're just going to pop that in that little pocket in here. Okay, so now we're going to take some NYX glitter primer. We're going to pop that all over the lid. This brush is another Beauty Bay one. I really like the Beauty Bay brushes. This is BB207, and we're just going to pop this on the lid. Okay, so now with that same brush, I just wiped off the excess glitter primer. We're taking Animalia, I think is how you pronounce that. And we're just going to pick a bit of this up and just see how this looks. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm in good humor. I'm cramping hard right now though. TMI, but I'm cramping hard in my lower back. So this is gonna go on the center part of the lid. I'm so excited for this color. Oh my god, those gold sparkles, look at that. Oh, it looks wet. It's kind of hard pressed in the pan though, that's the only thing. So you do have to kind of keep dipping, but for that color, it's worth it. Ooh, out of the light, so like you're probably only seeing the gold, and when I turn my mirror like over here and I'm looking in the mirror from the side, it kind of almost goes like silver, but it's gold, or like an orangey gold, so the glitter itself shifts. Yeah, I can see why everyone's a little bit obsessed with this color from the palette. Definitely, I agree. The base color to it is the same as like the outer corner, so don't even need to blend it. Like the sparkles just kind of scatter themselves there. I love that color. That's so beautiful. It's just a little bit difficult to pick up on the brush, but that's it. I mean, if you wanted to use your finger as well, that would be even quicker to apply, but yeah, it's beautiful. I'll do the work for that kind of color. So I'm gonna take a number 9 from the Lavender Lux collection from BH Cosmetics, the small little flat brush. We're gonna take Majestic, which is that gorgeous shimmery yellow. And I know in her like reveal video, her launch video kind of thing, she said it, she didn't want it to be gold, she wanted it to be yellow, like a nice light shimmery yellow. So we'll see. I will say there's not any fallout from any of these colours. Now I have to tap my brush off, but I do that normally as well, but not compared to the other palette. So this colour is going on this inner part in here, just where I left that little gap. I'm not doing like a cut crease or anything like that, so I'm going to feather out the edge of that shimmer that goes up into the orange. And I might blend a bit of orange down into that, but that is so bright and sparkly. This is kind of like the Magnolia shade from the Flora Story palette. Oh my god, it looks wet. I love this look. This is so fun. We're going to do one more little step. We're just going to do an inner corner highlight. And for that, I'm going to take Fauna, which is kind of, let me actually see. I do have the Flora Story palette here handy. I just wanted to compare the shade Dawn. Whoops. Dawn, this one here, to Fauna, because they're both the light multi-chrome shimmers that are like the highlighty kind of shades in the palette. So this is the two of them here, if you can see. So this is Fauna and this is Dawn. Dawn has more of like gold orange, where this is more pink. You can kind of see it a little bit more there. Now when it shifts out with the light, it's kind of hard to get it from sitting where I'm sitting now. When it shifts out of the light, the shade Dawn is more kind of minty shifting, where Fauna is more kind of limey yellowy shifting. So they are definitely different, but they do have that kind of pink shift in them as well. So do you necessarily need both colours? I don't know. That's what I mean. I kind of wish the shade Dawn had more like shift green, teal, purple, and then this be Fauna be exactly as it is. But I haven't even put it on my eyes yet, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. So let's take the shade Fauna. This is an number 7 essential lip brush, but I like to use these on the eyes because I don't use lip brushes on myself. It's another kind of harder pressed one, kind of like Dawn, where it's quite a thin consistency. And we're just going to pop this on the inner corner. And this will kind of tie in all the colours we have going on, with the orange, with the pink, with the kind of reddy pink. Oh yeah. That's pretty. You can just see little flashes of like orange to pink, and it matches perfectly. I love it. Okay, this is the look done. I do have a glitter that I might add, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see. But I'm in love with this look. This is such a beautiful look, and I cannot wait to put my lashes on. I cannot wait. I might just do like a glossy kind of lip to keep all the focus on the eyes, especially if I do use a glitter as well. But this is like summertime fun for me. I love it. So I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my eyes, my cheeks, my lip, maybe add glitter, and I'll let you know what I use when I come back. Alrighty guys, so this is how I have finished off the look. I love how this turned out. This is so bright. It's so colourful. The blend is beautiful. It's just it's so bright and summery, and I really, really love it. I think it's perfect for, I know like this is coming out like springtime, but like going into summer, this is a really fun look. I could see myself wearing this on a night out during the summer, to a barbecue during the summer, going to the shops during the summer. I'll wear this wherever, I don't mind. I don't know, it's giving me summer feels. So to finish off the eyes, I use 3 liners, not excessive at all, on my waterline that basically match the 3 colours that are on my eye, the matte shades. So I use, these are all lip pencils, so I don't recommend using lip pencils in your eyes, especially in your waterline. I do, but use at your own discretion. They're not necessarily meant for there. So the shades that I use are the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Lip Liners. They're all from there. I use the shade Fiery on the outer third, the shade Pop, which is more of a bright pink, on the center, and then Outrage on the inner part of the waterline, just to give me the same kind of gradient going across. You can do anything. You can do black, you can do white, you can do orange, you can do the pink, you can do the red, whatever you kind of want to do. But yeah, that's what I went for. My mascara then is the MAC Magic Extension Mascara, and then my lashes are ones I haven't worn in a while. They're still going. I don't know how they're going to survive coming off my eyes because they're old, but they went on quite well, so I'm happy with that. These are the LA Splash Dauntless lashes in the style Stunner. That's what the box looks like, and they're one of my favorite pairs of lashes I've ever owned in my whole collection. I did also, as you can see, add some glitters, some pink and orange glitters, and kind of iridescent ones as well. Bit of a struggle because the glitter, it's not just one I could just dip into and pop on the eye. I had to actually pick these out of the glitter. So this is the Apocalyptic Beauty Candy Gore glitter. I'll just give you a little zoom in and you'll see why I had to pick and choose, but the colors of the stars in this are the colors that I wanted, so, and the iridescent ones as well, which really add to the look. But yeah, there is like a lot of black and blue and green and all that kind of stuff, which I didn't want, but yeah, I am that picky. Next, onto cheeks, I used my Nabla Skin Bronzing Powder in the shade Ambra, which gives me more of like a golden bronze as opposed to like a pinky bronze or like a cool tone bronze. More golden, which I thought would go with the kind of orangey tones we have going on. My blush is one I haven't actually used yet, and I actually really like. I'm surprised how, it's going to sound like not a good thing, but it is a really good thing for blush, how not pigmented it is, because I have one that I used not too long ago. I think actually in my Flora story first impressions, I use the NYX Summer blush. It's called Summer is the shade, and it's a bit too pigmented. This is the same shade, basically the same kind of colour. It's the Hello Kitty Aloha Honey Pressed Powder Blush from Colourpop, and it's that kind of colour, and I thought this was going to be like that, but I just wanted to give it a try before I decided if I want to keep it or not. I actually really like it, and I think I'm going to keep that. But yeah, that's what I use on my cheeks for my blush. And then my highlight is my MAC Extra Dimension highlight in the shade Show Gold. This is just in Christmas packaging, but they still sell it now. You can get it. It gives the most gorgeous pink iridescent, like pink and gold iridescent sheen to the cheeks. And then my lips went for a bit of a combo, as usual. So we went in with my MAC lip pencil in the shade Rosy Rim, as like I line my lips and fill the whole lip in with that shade. And then just for a little bit extra definition and warm it up a little bit more on the outer edges, I went in with Spice Lip Liner, also from MAC. Then my gloss, I thought this matches just perfectly. This is the Essence Hollow Wow Dewy Lip Shine in the shade, what are you called again? Butterfly Flap, which is like this orange with pink and gold shimmer. And I just popped that on. I didn't do any lipstick, just those colours. So this is the look. That's what I used on my face. This is the palette. I'm in love with this palette. I don't know what else to say about it. Like I'm actually loving it so far. I love these colours. I love this look. I love how they combine together. I'm feeling about doing another two-toned look just because they're kind of in the same collection. I think it'd be fun to have 2 different two-toned looks when I do my 2 looks on palette. Yeah, I'm excited to get into these like nice aqua green kind of shades and the purples as well. I don't know, I'm feeling this palette though, and I'm surprised I'm feeling it as much as I am, because it's been a while since I've gone for something this bright. At the minute I kind of go more deeper, bit more like dark contrast to light, all that kind of stuff, but having like proper bright pops in one palette, it's been a while since I've gone for this, and I'm very happy with how this turned out. I'm loving it. So I want to know down in the comments below, what do you think of this palette? Did you pick up this palette? What are your favourite shades in the palette? Tell me that. Yeah, because I am loving these so far. That coral shimmer, I can see why everyone's obsessed with it. Yeah, definitely, because like wet looking, it's so shiny. But yeah, let me know that down in the comments below. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, to get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. Don't forget to subscribe down below to see my 2 looks on palette coming up soon, and many more palettes that we have coming up as well. And yeah, I'm thinking about getting into doing some YouTube shorts, so let me know what you think about that and what I should do. If you have any ideas for what you want to see on YouTube shorts, what kind of content you like to watch on it, then let me know down below. That's to do with makeup, because that's kind of what I do. So yeah, let me know that down below. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below, where I post all the up close eye pictures, full face pictures, so you get to see all these glittery things in motion. Not in motion, in still motion, but whatever, you know, up close in action. And my TikTok is linked down below, where I post a little bit extra content over there, just a little sprinkle of extra content, so go follow both of those below. And I think that's everything from me, guys, so I will see you in the next video. Bye!